'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The church echoed loudly with the gentle hum of carols as old Marvin and Ned sat warm by fire barrels. Although it was cold and felt low, he was happy to be with his friend in the snow. When out on the road there arose such a clatter, Marvin sprang from his bed to see what was the matter. As he went to look closer, Ned followed behind. Whoever was driving had surely flatlined. A rather large crowd that seemed sickly and hurt. They were attacking the people inside of the church. Marvin started to panic. He knew this was wrong. These people, they seemed to be already gone. So away to the fences, he flew in a flash, leaving Ned behind with his homestead of trash. More rapid than eagles, as corpses they came. He screamed and shouted and called them by name. As the cold mist thickens and snowflakes fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up past the hilltop he heads in a hurry with a garbage bag of crap before the next blizzard flurry. He was dressed up in rags from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with filth, mud, and blood. A trash bag of lootings were flung on his back. He looked just like a peddler wielding his pack. These lights, how they twinkled, this house, how merry. The scent in the air was of cinnamon and cherry. Marvin, he grinned like a bright red bow, and the beard of his chin was as white as the snow. As he pulled at the window, it opened with ease. Finally in place, he could rest his achy knees. Though he couldn't help feel worry for his good friend, the rat, and his poor ears were frozen from the loss of his hat. The table was laid with a whole turkey and jelly, as the room echoed quiet by the noise of the telly. When all of a sudden, a squeak sounded near. Was it his rat friend that he held so dear? Music to the ears, the squeak. It was Ned. He let Marvin know he had nothing to dread. So time it passed by for old Marvin and Ned, as they stay within comfort in their newfound homestead. When the power went down, the backup clicked on. It's a little low on gas, so it won't run for long. As the supplies ran lower, old Marvin took a risk. He went out to stock up in the rain and the mist. They built up a fort that they stocked full of loot, with boxes of food, tools, and weapons to boot. Before they knew, it was winter again, as the wind picked up quickly in the icy cold rain. He pulled at the boxes of trimmings and lights, replacing the dead tree that was riddled with blight. He covered the home in lights that would twinkle as the snow covered ground like dustings and sprinkles. Unknown to them both, the dangers were near, and in this direction they were likely to veer. The pair did not realize the mistake they had made. Lighting their fort up, they were easy to raid. Once Marvin had finished, he admired his feat, lighting the house up like a beacon to meet. He sat warm by the fire, reloading his gun, unknown of the terrors that are soon to come. While Ned sat in the hallway all happy and fat, he munched on a cookie he'd hid under the mat. What's that? A loud noise. As the sound got nearer, a big group of those monsters. They couldn't be clearer. Marvin wanted to fight, to save his precious castle from the beings that arose to wreak chaos and hassle. They were coming for them. He knew they wouldn't last, so he told Ned he'd meet him and kicked him out of the house fast. Ned ran far from the danger as Marvin instructed, even though he was sad for the home they constructed. There was only one place Marvin told Ned to go. It was that old ruined church that was covered in snow. He would wait for his friend at the old comfy spot, keeping away from those monsters that rot. When Marvin was found, he'd already took his last breath, so Ned sat by closely, mourning his death. Though this was a story full of sorrow and fright, we wish a Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.